Hi, this is Bill Kreider with Sending Solutions. This is a quick 2-minute video explaining why it's better to tag your documents with metadata than to leave them in folders. So first of all, let's start by looking at a typical file folder system. The main issue with file folders is simply that you can only organize the content in one way, and that is the hierarchy of the folders that gets created. Also, in a typical file folder system or file share, there's really no way to version and understand what's the latest versions of the document. People can easily share them, so they tend to make copies, and they spread them all over the place, either copying them to their own folders, leaving them on email and whatnot. So you have a lot of confusion about what's the proper version, where's everything located that I need, how can I easily find it. Going back to SharePoint here, this is actually our company's library where we keep just about all the collateral we use in our SharePoint practice. You can see on the right we have a couple of different tags that we use: document type and product. This is sort of the default view of the library, which just shows everything in alphabetical order by name. You notice we still do have some folders that still has a place either in security, or if you just have a very obvious type of categorization you want to use, you can still use folders alongside of what I'm about to show you. So what you can do now that you have your documents tagged, as we do, is if I decide that I want to look at documents just around a particular, let's say, product that we have, I come over to a view, which I can create, and say show me everything around virtual admin. And I'm going to get a list of all the collateral we have for sales, marketing, delivery, and so forth around this product. If I want to see something in a different view, say not by product, but rather by functional area, I can click on training. And this gives me a view across the different product types, but just related to documents around training, whether we do it for end users, whether we do it around some of our different proprietary products. And if you have file folders, you can't really do this because the file folders don't give you the option to organize the content in 2 different ways. So we could really come up with an endless number of views, different ways to organize our content. We even have a view here that lets us bulk tag these various documents en masse. So this is sort of like an Excel sheet type of view that you're going to see here. And you can see we have some that, a couple of things that aren't quite tagged yet, although that looks like some folders. So as we go through here, if we find things that are not tagged, it's very easy to come in here and tag them. As you can see here, there's a search report, so we'll just tag that sales, and we're done. It's that easy. So once you get the system up and running, you can look at your information in any way that you wish. Now, the second big advantage of this relates to search. So if we were to go to our home page of our portal here, and if I'm coming onto a site that's extensive, may have thousands of documents, and I know I'm looking for something generally, but I don't know where it might be, any search term that you hit that matches a tag that you put on a document is going to come up very high in the results. So for example, if I'm looking for stuff on our virtual admin product, and I don't know exactly where it is because it's not my department, I'm maybe the salesperson looking for this, instead of having to send out an email or look through file folders, file shares that I'm not familiar with, I can just hit search, and right away the top results are going to be related to the very same things we just looked at in the library, because when you match a tag to a search term, it hits very high on the search results. So I can hover here and go right to the library, and we'll be right back where we started a second ago. And so here we are back here. So the ability to create different views, look at things in different ways, to match that to search to make it easier for other people to find it who may not know exactly where the content is in the first place, just gives you a much more robust and efficient method of locating and sharing documents within your organization. There's a lot more I could go into on this topic, but hopefully that gives you a brief overview of the value of this versus just keeping things in file folders. All right, thanks again.